Hello and welcome to Program Guru. In this lesson, we will learn how to use a for loop in TypeScript. Let us say that a delivery company needs to print a label for each package in a small batch. The packages are numbered from 1 to 5. From what we have learned so far, we could write 5 separate console log statements. That approach would work. However, the same statement would be repeated again and again with only the package number changing. A for loop allows us to repeat a block of code while a value changes in a controlled way. We will begin with the repeated version of the program. Then, we will replace the repeated statements with a for loop. After that, we will gradually modify the same example to understand the starting value, condition, update expression, increasing by a different amount, and counting backward. Our first task is to display labels for package numbers 1 through 5. Without a loop, we can write one console log statement for each package. Save the program, compile the project, run the JavaScript file. As you can observe in the output, the program displays one line for each package. The program works correctly. However, almost the same console log statement appears 5 times. If the company later needs to print labels for 100 packages, writing 100 statements would be slow and difficult to maintain. The repeated work is displaying a package label. The value that changes is the package number. Therefore, we can use a for loop. For loop starts with the keyword for. Then it has 3 important expressions inside its parentheses. The first expression, initialization, sets the starting value. The second expression is a condition. The loop continues while this condition is true. The third expression updates the value after each iteration. An iteration means one complete execution of the loop body. The initialization runs once when the loop begins. The condition is checked before every iteration. If the condition is true, the code block runs. After the code block runs, the update expression runs. The program then checks the condition again. This process continues as long as the condition is true. If the condition becomes false, then the loop stops and continues with the next statement after the for loop. Let us now replace the 5 repeated statements with a for loop. Our package numbers begin at 1. Therefore, we need a variable whose starting value is 1. We can name this variable package number. Since a package number is numeric, we can give it the number type. The initialization will be let package number number equals 1. Next, we need to decide when the loop should continue. Our final package number is 5. Package number 5 must also be included. Therefore, the loop should continue while package number is less than or equal to 5. The condition will use the less than or equal to operator. Inside the for block, if the condition is true, we will display the current package number. After each label is printed, the package number must increase by 1. This is because the package numbers in the example are in the series of 1, 2, 3 and so on. So, to get to the next iteration, we increment the current package number by 1. We can use the ++ operator to increase the current value by 1. The update expression will be package number ++. Notice that the package number variable is declared directly inside the for loop. The template literal inserts the current value of package number into the message. A template literal uses backticks around the text. The $ and curly braces allow us to place a value inside that text. Save the program. Compile the TypeScript program. Run the generated JavaScript file. The output is the same as before. However, the program now uses one console log statement instead of 5 repeated statements. Let us trace the loop carefully. When the loop starts, package number is initialized to 1. The program checks whether 1 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. Therefore, the loop body runs. It displays the label for package 1. After the loop body finishes, package number ++ changes the value from 1 to 2. The program checks the condition again. 2 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. Therefore, the loop body displays the label for package 2. The update changes package number from 2 to 3. The program checks whether 3 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. The loop body displays the label for package 3. The update changes package number from 3 to 4. The condition checks whether 4 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. The loop body displays the label for package 4. The update changes package number from 4 to 5. The condition checks whether 5 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is still true. The loop body displays the label for package 5. After the fifth iteration, package number ++ changes the value from 5 to 6. The program checks whether 6 is less than or equal to 5. This condition is false. Therefore, the loop body does not run again. This is how the initialization, condition, loop body, and update work together. Let us now modify the same example. Assume that labels for packages 1 and 2 have already been printed. Our new requirement is to print labels only for packages 3 through 5. The loop body remains unchanged. The condition also remains unchanged because the final package number is still 5. Only the starting value must change. Since we need to begin from 3, change the initialization value from 1 to 3. Save the program. Compile the TypeScript program. Run the generated JavaScript file. The first value is now 3. The loop prints labels for 3, 4, and 5. Let us extend the package batch. The company now has packages 3 through 7. The starting value should remain 3. The update should still increase the package number by 1. Only the final value changes. Since package 7 must be included, the condition must check whether package number is less than or equal to 7. Compile the TypeScript program. Run the generated JavaScript file. The loop begins with 3. It continues while the package number is less than or equal to 7. This is why package 7 appears in the output. When package number becomes 8, the condition becomes false. Let us modify the same package labeling task again. Assume that the company needs labels only for odd numbered packages. The package numbers are 3, 5, and 7. We already begin at 3. The final value is still 7. However, increasing by 1 would also produce 4 and 6. Therefore, the update expression must increase the package number by 2. We can use the plus equals operator. Package number plus equals 2 means that 2 is added to the current value. Compile the TypeScript program. Run the generated JavaScript file. The loop starts with 3. After the first iteration, package number plus equals 2 changes 3 to 5. After the second iteration, it changes 5 to 7. After the third iteration, it changes 7 to 9. 9 is not less than or equal to 7, so the loop stops. This is why only 3, 5, and 7 appear. Now let us say that the labels must be processed in reverse order. The company wants to print package 7 first and package 3 last. The loop must begin at 7. It must continue while the package number is greater than or equal to 3. After each iteration, the package number must decrease by 1. We can use the minus operator to decrease a value by 1. The loop body remains the same. Compile the TypeScript program. Run the generated JavaScript file. The initialization sets package number to 7. The condition allows the loop to run while package number is greater than or equal to 3. The update decreases package number by 1 after each iteration. Let us add one final message after all labels have been printed. This will help us observe where the program continues after the loop ends. The loop itself remains unchanged. We only add a console log statement after the closing curly brace. Save the program. Compile the TypeScript program. Run the generated JavaScript file. The loop prints the package labels from 7 down to 3. Since the loop counts backward, the starting value is larger than the final value. The condition uses greater than or equal to. The update decreases the value. The update expression is essential. Let us consider what would happen if package number did not change. The loop would begin with 7. The condition 7 greater than or equal to 3 would be true. The loop body would run. If package number remained 7, the same condition would still be true during the next check. The loop could continue forever. This is called an infinite loop. Do not run this code as part of the lesson. A well-designed for loop must eventually make its condition false. Let us look at a few shorter examples. In this example, we need to inspect even numbered shells from 2 through 8. The starting value is 2. The condition includes 8. The update increases the shelf number by 2. Why did we add 2 in the update expression? Adding 2 after each iteration skips the odd numbered shells. The output contains 2, 4, 6 and 8. A for loop can also be used to repeat a calculation. Let us say that we have 4 daily expenses. For this short example, the values are stored in an array. An array stores multiple values in one variable. Detailed array operations will be covered separately. We will use a for loop to add each expense to a total. The total expense variable begins at 0. The first array position is 0. Therefore, the index starts at 0. We take expense index as the for loop variable with initial value of 0. The loop continues while the index is less than the array length. We use less than instead of less than or equal to because the final valid index is 1 less than the array length. We increment the expense index by 1 after each iteration so that we can access next item in the array until the end of the array. In the for loop body, we accumulate all the daily expenses one by one in the total expense variable. After the loop, we have accumulated all the expenses to total expense. Print the total expense to output. The loop adds 12, 18, 10 and 15. The final total is $55. Each iteration adds one expense to it. After all 4 values have been processed, the loop stops and the final total is displayed. Now, let us recap important points we learned in this video. A for loop repeats a block of code. The initialization sets the starting value. The condition decides whether the loop should continue. The update changes the loop variable after each iteration. The loop body runs only while the condition is true. The update must eventually make the condition false. Otherwise, the program may create an infinite loop. That is how you use a for loop in TypeScript. That would be all for the TypeScript for loop in this lesson. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more TypeScript tutorials.